Hi, I'm a 20-year Army veteran, served in Vietnam.
Hello, my name is Art Palacios.
My name is David Rapp. I was in the Navy. I was in Vietnam.
Hello, my name is Harry Boyd. I am a Vietnam vet.
My name is Mike Kelly, and I'm a volunteer here at the VSSA. I'm a veteran, Vietnam veteran.
Hi, I'm Aida Trajico, married to Maximo Trajico, retired Navy, who served in Vietnam for a year and a half.
My name is Edna Mathis, and I'm a wife of a career veteran. My husband, Sam Mathis.
I had an amputation on my leg, and I think it was some of the things that I caught in Vietnam.
For the past 46 years or thereabouts, I've suffered some of the effects of Agent Orange, as well as continuous chronic pains from my initial injuries in Vietnam.
Life since them days has been a total train wreck.
Upon return from Vietnam, because we had many problems. It seemed like the government didn't care about us, so that it kicked us out. Didn't tell us about any programs, that with all the public ridicule from the general public at the time, we just kind of withdrew a bit from society.
I spent my full year over there and came home and never had too many problems until, at least I'd never thought of us, but I didn't realize how angry I was or anything like that. And that was the PTSD that nobody ever talked about, nobody ever said anything about. And I thought it was just part of me.
5 years ago, when I noticed something about him, and some of our friends told us, why didn't you check Max? Maybe there is something related happened to him in Vietnam.
Even when he came back, he was always sick and had remembrance and different things, but he never would share it with me. There's time in his life he would just go away and he'll cry, and I said, what's wrong? He says, I'm okay. But he was a Christian man. He always trusted his faith to take him through. But older he got, seemed like it got worse.
Things just wasn't right. Somebody told me one time about this thing called PTSD.
And at this point, before my life, I felt was a little. Maybe the word destitute might be a little strong word, but just felt a little ostracized from society.
He was suffering from PTSD, and nobody seemed to understand it.
I went to the vet center for the first 3 months. I stopped going there because it didn't offer me much more.
Finally, and they had recommended us to go to the VA, and we went, and they started following up with him. And there's time he was too sick to go for his meetings, and then they would have him to start all over again. But he was sick; he just couldn't go.
And I went to all of the vet centers that had open at the time, and nobody could help us. I mean, nobody wanted to help us. Or very few people knew what they should have been doing. And I just gave up.
And I kind of seemed like the therapist and the other people were kind of like giving me the runaround, but I found out later on they were being, that's what had to be.
So my husband became very sick, and some days he had appointments at the veteran hospital, and we couldn't go. And they would call him sometime and kind of threaten him. If you don't show up, you don't get no reward.
I've walked into Vietnam agencies and I've had people talking to me, looking in another direction.
Yet still my medical issues from my injuries were still not being addressed. And that was kind of frustrating for me.
And we try to go to that it's an Ignacio Veterans Clinic, and we talk about this orange agent, and they say he's not qualified.
As you all know by now, the things were kind of slow. They would make an appointment for you, and it would be kind of you think, gee, shouldn't my appointment be next week, or it'd be a month from now, But I took it the way it was, whatever it had to be.
But as time went on, in 2012, May 8th, my husband passed away. And he passed away, he never got his reward from the veteran.
When I first approached the VA regarding my health problems, as a result from the military service, I was assessed at 20% disability.
I first filed my claim, and it came back at 50% compensation.
And I filed a claim for PTSD, tinnitus, and hearing loss, and I was awarded a total of 60%. And 60% wasn't really enough to live on, but
when I first started out, I came here, I had 70% disability.
I had to move out of my apartment. I was really struggling. I was struggling with one income, and my bills were getting behind. And I was getting ready to retire, and it was going to be a difficult time to make it on just Social Security and the 70%.
Nothing will go through, so we try some other offices, it's still nothing, until somebody mentioned about, why don't you try the one in Noble, the VSSA in there, and meet Tito.
So I came here. And Tito, you've restored my faith in Vietnam aid agencies. You really have.
So I came over here, and I called up, made an appointment, came over here, and Mr. Cortez was very friendly, and he invited me to his office. And
when we went over to Tito's office, I was kind of scared. I'm always scared when I'm meeting new people, because you just never know. But anyway, it didn't take long at all after meeting Tito, and we was in his office, just yakking. It made me feel real at home and everything.
But they're so good at this, Senator. Tito and his lovely wife came to my house and filled out the paperwork that I needed filled out.
So we meet Tito. Tito sent us in, talked to us, and my husband started talking. I realized that what he's been hiding in there been released. So from there, Tito helped us to fill up some forms and understand how my husband felt.
You fill out everything that I needed to fill out. We vets don't know the system well enough to, you can answer the questions on forms and stuff. There's information that go on there that we don't know.
And I got my 100%, and now I can make it very well without having to worry too much. Plus, now I'm able to volunteer some time here to help give back a little bit what I was given. So that's the best part.
I was awarded, at this time, I was awarded at 100%, which was a real boost for me. And I can't thank Tito enough for filling out the application. I know it was the way he was so thorough about things which made collecting 100% possible.
So when I got the 100%, man, I almost jumped off my wheelchair and did a little dance. But I knew I would have been on this side. So it would have been a funny looking dance.
So I finally get the big letter saying, the award letter saying that I had been rated at 100%. And that kind of made me feel a little bit better.
After 2 weeks, we received the return card, and then another 4 weeks, we received the paper stating that the benefits have been approved. Another week, it's a big surprise for my husband. He even cried that he didn't expect that much. Expecting maybe a little, but you know, it really helped. Really helped financially, paying our mortgage and our bills.
The quality of my life, in spite of my injuries and this nasty thing called Agent Orange, I feel I have a better outlook on my life, and I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm happy today.
Since they've given it to me, life has really started to improve to, to the point that it should have been for the last 40 some odd years.
It helped me to get me a new apartment. It helped me to pay my bills. Also, it helped me to go on vacation. I went to my oldest great-granddaughter graduated from high school.
Today, my life is much better.
This is too good of an agency here to not show up and assist and do whatever you can.
But this group has really supported me. It's a great group, and we need to hang in there with them. We need to support this group because they are for the veteran.
Really, if I will meet anybody who will have the same experience as we did, I would recommend VSSA Noble and go see Tito.
But you restored my faith, and I want to thank you and your staff.
Thank you, VSSA, for helping the people who really need help.
So I'd like to say, if you need help, organizations like the VSSA, they really, I believe that they know what they're doing here. So if you need help, this is the place to be. Thank you, VSSA.
Thank you, VSSA.
Thank you.
Thank you, VSSA.
Thank you.
Thank you, VSSA of Noble.